Catch up on all the live shows right here on africatechradio.com.
And of course, I love you, 2023. You thought I was going to call your name. Yeah, sorry. 2023 first quarter is almost wrapping up. I mean, this is the last day of the month of March 2023, which is like the first quarter of the year, and we're moving into the next quarter. I'm super excited because I want to see what's going to happen in this next phase. What are we going to be up to? I mean, for the past 3 months, there have been stories non-stop in this ecosystem, guys. Non-stop story. I mean, we're moving from AI to being cynical, skeptical about this invention. And of course, we had the top tech guys also saying that they should pause this whole AI thing. Data security also at the top front. Then we had Silicon Valley Bank going down and being bought in the UK for £1, and of course being saved in the US by the Federal Capital Department. Yes. And the fintech industry, yes, especially in Nigeria, considering the cash situation, and of course off the back of the election, there were so many things that actually caused Nigerians to be cash crunched, and so many fintech apps were with their capes all out to save the day and save Nigerians from this whole situation. And they've been able to bring in new features on their platforms. I can see things from Opay actually improved their features, and Cora also adding USD features that would allow their merchant to be able to carry out global transaction and global business enablement, so they can transfer in US dollars basically. And all of these things happen in the short period of 3 months. Then moving to, because it's Friday, I'm just going to throw in this particular side of the news. Pornhub. I don't know why this is actually interesting, because I remember one evening I was so restless and on my phone, and I came across a series of allegations against Pornhub. I'm sorry, don't judge me, but things I do on my laptop, especially on Netflix, are really, really funny. I go to watch documentaries, biographies, and all of that stuff. Then I came across a couple of porn stars that had a documentary about their life. There was this 19-year-old, she left home and came to the city. She was willing to risk everything and just earn money. Then that was when I discovered that most of these actors, that's adult actors, adult film actors, were being paid not so much. Maybe because it's way back then. I don't know how much it is now. But she was saying she was being paid $900 for a particular set. And after that, they just go their way. And these movies would make thousands, if not millions of dollars. And these babes are just being paid $900. Then some were being paid $1,200. And how some of them get featured, they were looking to actually do certain positions to increase their pay. It's crazy, guys. It's really crazy. And after a while, they really went back into her life, went back to her family house, how the parent they feel about her living and becoming an adult film actor. And the surprise, some of them, they left home without even dropping a note. Some of these people who act these movies are kind of consensual and some not. Yes, some they are kind of illegal films because maybe they were drugged or they happened to be at the party. They didn't really know it was a setup for certain things and they find their way. Or some people, it's like trolls just want to get at them and they leak their videos and all of that stuff. So MindGig, which is a platform or a firm that runs advertisement and runs this adult film site, was actually sued for illegal content and all of that stuff. They've been having issues for quite some time now, and in the news recently, they've sold to a partner in Canada, Equity Capital Partners, taking over MindGig, which I think is actually me. I know their plans, because these people, they're always related. Who would like to give off money just like that? These people are raking in money. I mean, Pornhub rakes in 115 million users or viewers, daily. I mean, just think about it, that if you're advertising for a product and 115 million views, you will sell. There's no how. You will sell. So when we undermine some of this platform, look at the advantage, because some will be like, no, Pornhub is just to go and while you're catching entertainment, people are raking in money, and some of the stuff you're watching, are they really valid? Are they really legal? Let me leave the story of Pornhub and move to what's happening. Also, Adobe Firefly introduced a content creator feature, and they're going to be giving royalties to people who their content ideas or content inspiration were used by Firefly. So all of that, they're looking at how they can take care of their creators and contributors on Adobe Firefly. The Firefly is actually the AI. So, and we move to the next story, would be Netflix also planning to move ad-supported plans to Apple TV months after delayed. So they've been trying to move Netflix on Apple, and now they can do it, but they will only have the one that has the ad sponsored on it. You know, there are certain payments you pay and you won't get to see all of this ad, but ad is the revenue generator. So I don't blame companies or platforms that are always promoting for ads and they make you pay if you don't want to see ads. But that aside, Netflix is also planning to introduce game feature on their platforms. So for all the gamers, you can actually be seeing a movie, split your screen. Oh my goodness, it just reminds me of a car. When they are looking at the car, the interior, the exterior, it's called Afeela, Afeela. I think Sony and Honda, they collaborated and they made this amazing car. Guys, this car was so beautiful. The interior was amazing, and it's also electric powered. So it's not running on fuel or gas. It's just taking off solar and of course getting charged, powered up. But the interior is so amazing, guys. It's so amazing. So if you have to watch like Netflix on that kind of, the deck all through had like a big screen that you can actually split the screen, and also in the car you can actually be charging your car and playing games, because Sony has like the PS5 or something, so you have that feature comes with the car. But I'm talking about Netflix here. So you can actually enjoy playing games while seeing a Netflix and chill kind of vibe, you know, just chilling. That's if you're still watching. Yes. And for those of you who are watching, but you want to be distracted a bit and there's no, partner to distract you around, you can just switch your screen and just start playing games. Yeah, play games with yourself. And YouTube also adding a new metrics show for artists. I mean, when you search for artists across all their formats and platforms, including shorts, it's going to show you the metrics. I think this feature actually came through Twitter, because now with Twitter you can see the algorithm showing you the reach, showing you all the likes, the retweets, everything at once. Yeah, so for those people, everything is about business these days. You're either being sold to or you're selling something. So if you're not selling anything right now, start considering yourself. You're losing time and money. Time now money, oh. Time now money. Take I'm just saying, think about it. Everything we've talked about, data is so precious right now that people are paying huge sum of money to secure your data. That information you're sharing up and down, your Gmail, your email, your phone numbers, all of those things. See, they're targeting you. In marketing, it's called target marketing, something like that. Yes, they're targeting you by I don't want to even give my experience with how people have been calling me to come and buy real estate. Not even invest, to come and buy apartments. So all of these things happening around. I'll come back with more stories. I've given you so many stories in just a few minutes, but I'm still very much here, and we'll move into serious conversation when I come back. I just had to put that out there. And AI is also looking at taking over the DJ spots. I don't know how we're going to deal with that, because I like my DJ to feel my mood, and AI right now is trying to take everybody's job. I feel scared. Should I be? No, I don't think so. Nobody can be Bookii. Come on. Yeah. If you ask me, by me coming up right about now.
Africa Tech Radio.
Matter plenty. Now what we go ask? I just give on the old gist about what happened for the old tech block ecosystem. I don't know. I just feel like speaking pidgin English. Oh goodness, it's so sweet. Yes, I wish I can actually just keep presenting in pidgin English. Yeah, but we're trying for you to get the gist, not just for Nigerians. So I'm back to English. Yeah. So TikTok also had a very rough first quarter of the year, 2023. TikTok had to face the US Congress, and the questioning section took about 5 hours. It was questioned about data privacy, about how teen could be regulated from spending too much time on that platform, and how can you recognize that the users were underage. All of this was going on, and the amazing thing for me that blew my mind was while the Congress meeting was going on, the panel, they asked a question in regards to teen regulation on the platform, and not up to 24 hours. Guys, this feature was made available on this social media platform. This is how efficient these guys are. They were not playing with their business, and to see that the US doesn't support the platform because it's Chinese owned. US, China, they're usually having back and forth, trust issues, security issues, trying to protect their information and data. And after US made the move to ban TikTok in the United States, France also made a move by asking people who work in the government official positions to delete the social media apps and also some recreational apps just because of data security. And also in the UK, moves were also made by the European government officials and also the BBC asking its staffs to delete any TikTok app on the phone that they're using for promotions, marketing, and all of that. They had to take it down because now most countries are actually dumping TikTok, and I feel bad. It's like a breakup. Like, no. And guess what? TikTok users were all angry about this, especially in the US. They had to raise a protest saying the Congress really don't know so much about the social media apps. They had to state the positive. And also during this week, there were some of their big content creators who have benefited off these platforms, that their lives have changed. They had to put a video just to do testimonials to tell the government that this platform has really helped save majority of our lives. Gone are those days where you go on social media, you're depressed because people are living their best life and you're not. And now there's a platform where people can be silly, people can enjoy dancing, doing DIY, doing challenges, just trying to get in the funk and move out of whatever is going on around them. So I see that side, but the other side is they're complaining that people are wasting so much time on the app that it's too addictive, and also students are losing attention span. So many things surrounding the back and forth issue of the ban. It was really sad to see, but that was what happened for TikTok. Hopefully they will be able to come to an agreement with their next hearing. And also moving down to Nigeria to see what's really going on. One move that the federal government is about to make in partnership with the Japanese government is they're going to make available facial recognition technology at the airport, especially the international airport. So it's going to be available in Lagos, Abuja, and over time they promise it to be getting to other states. They're pushing for this in regards to security. They want to help the inflow and outflow of people, be able to secure who is coming in, who is going out, and all of that stuff. I like innovation and all of that greatness, but please, in few years time, don't come and tell me there's a propaganda. There's an agenda that has no agenda. Because if you're working with these people, you should know you should do your background check, because this whole thing has just been in talks for 3 months since January, and they're about to start implementing it really soon in Nigeria. They've already signed agreements, and of course they've given the Japanese government the go-ahead to kick off this project. They're just pushing for security. Basically, security is becoming like top priority. We're looking at climate, security, data, AI. All of this stuff have been conversation revolving around the blocks. There's nowhere you would enter in the tech industry right now. Everybody is talking about ChatGPT, chatbots, AI, data, and cybersecurity also on the high alert, and all of those great stuff. So I like the fact that they've actually made move for the implementation of facial recognition at the airport. But there are so many things I think they can do at the airport, especially Nigeria airports, especially the Lagos airports. Yeah, there are so many things I would like to actually see happen in Nigeria. For me, we talked about, this week I had two of my guests on, and we talked about tourism in Africa, the tech trends and everything. And we talked about the e-visa, we talked about the eSIM, e-wallets, and some of these things are not really implemented over here. And let the government start looking into it. Let us have tourists flowing into Nigeria all over again. There was a visitation that happened during this week, and Nigeria was excluded. I think Kamala Harris was visiting a couple of African countries, and Nigeria was excluded. There are so many reasons for this. If only we can look into it, because this is actually not putting us in the lights, in the bright lights. We have music doing their thing for us. I mean, I praise those guys, but please, there are other sector I would like us to actually focus on. The fintech sector is doing amazing job for us out there. Also, the digital health sector, I would like for them to thrive also. I mean, it's the second quarter of the year. Let's go into it looking at gaps and areas we can fill. Thank God that the election is over. President elected. Now we can focus on the problems and issues facing Nigeria and how we can actually thrive as a nation and as a continent, Africa. Let's work together. Let our political leaders come and see how they can partner with this world changers and leaders and people who are doing amazing stuff, especially the tech icons like Elon Musk. You get it? Like Bill Gates, like Jeff Bezos, all of those people. Let them bring their money into this. Looking at also what happened with the Silicon Valley Bank. Guys, I'm just giving you, this is a gist. Like I said, it's a rundown of all the stories that have happened in the past 3 months. So the Silicon Valley Bank went down because they were investing their money in things that were not so solid. They've been doing it for years, but every day one day monkey go market, go come back. So they got entangled in some business transactions, stock buying, investments, and all of that stuff, and they lost so much money. I'm talking about hundreds of $millions. Yes, and they were down to being saved by government department and all of that stuff. And investors right now, some people could not get their money because they usually put their money in Silicon Valley Bank, who now invest their money into startups. Yes, Silicon Valley Bank pushes for great startups. Most of all the startups you see in Africa, the money is coming from Silicon Valley Bank. But right now, other people are now looking at how they can invest their money directly into black-owned banks. So moving to this second quarter, I'm saying we need to sit down and have proper conversation about this. JP Morgan is so fast. That the owner of that bank, wise sharp guy, is a US bank. He has opened in Egypt. He has opened, I think, we have JP Morgan in Nigeria also, and his latest installment was in Kenya. So it's going all around, establishing all these offices everywhere. So JP Morgan, the biggest bank in the United States and the world based on market capitalization, now has a regional office in Nairobi, Kenya. They have offices in Nigeria, in Egypt, South Africa, and now Kenya is the latest one. I see what they are doing. They're now looking at how to invest in black-owned banks and having their banks here, meaning that transaction will flow. Do you get it? I like smart moves because this conversation around investing in black-owned banks and people looking at Africa, looking to put their money where their money is safe and they can easily get ROI on their investment. That's return of investment. That's tautology, ROI, investment. Yeah. So the gist is Sasha gets money from putting your money, invest, and getting more than you actually put in. So banks are actually looking to do that. So Nigerians, please let our head be straight. I'm saying this in Yoruba in my head. I'm saying it in English in my mouth. Koriwa kok shekini. correct. Let's set our heads straight and start looking at how this opportunity would not pass us by. They say, I'm just so Yoruba today. Yoruba people will say, when a misfortune touches one person, it brings good fortune to the other person. So let's look at how this old thing that happened to Silicon Valley Bank can actually be a lesson to us in our financial sector and how we can make more money in Africa. And last but not the least, what story do I wrap with now? I feel like a lot is happening. So many things happened this past few months. I'm going to wrap up with Twitter because my dear brother Elon Musk, always making moves, has come out to warn people who are still enjoying the blue badge. Guys, they're taking off that blue badge by April 11th. So right now, whatever you can rake in with that blue badge, because it's becoming a very important feature on that social media app. So look at it. What can you really do? Or if you know you can't do anything, pay the bills. If you need it, you pay for it. But I feel like it's a social pressure, because right now people want to be like, I paid for this, pay for this. You get, do you know how much I paid for this? It's not, so you cannot come to my page and talk to me anyhow. And because of the payment, there are certain things you can now do. If you have the blue badge, you can carry out longer posts, longer threads, longer videos, some other features that people are not going to benefit from, which is sad. But you know what? Some people like to miss out on things, e.g. me. Except when I see the usefulness, then I'm going to put my money on it. But right now, it said it's going to take effect from April 11. People will start losing their badge except they pay for it. On that note, it's been an amazing first quarter of the year 2023. We've had a lot of conversation in the industry. We've spoken to game changers. We've spoken to people who are doing amazing stuff, from Tony Tech Side to Cruise Control to Tech Talk. Amazing content on our social media platform also. Every day we're delivering to you the news fresh, hot. I say they're hot. You get it? Yes. Follow us on our social media page, Africa Tech Radio. On Instagram, we are A Tech Radio. A, then Tech Radio. Then on Twitter, we are Africa Tech Radio, and on Facebook we are Africa Tech Radio, and on YouTube we are Africa Tech Radio on YouTube. We're serving you good content, great interviews. Also, you can catch up with us on there, and a lot of our podcasts are up on our website. So while you're still looking for what to do, you might want to binge listen to some of our programs, amazing programs, and very, very informative also. My name is Bookii, your host. I'm the captain of Cruise Control, and I do this Monday to Friday, all the way from 12 p.m. till 3 p.m. I'll be bouncing out of the studio, but I'll be back next week, Monday. I'm super excited for the weekend. I'm going to relax. I'm going to eat plenty food. And of course, it's salary week. You get it? Yes. I'm going to just have a very, very beautiful weekend. And I want that for you also, irrespective of the time you get to listen to me. Maybe it's not on a weekend. Maybe it's on a random day. You're just checking out what this girl is all about. Chatting, yapping. I'm wishing you to have yourself amazing day. My name is Bookii. I'm bouncing out of the studio. Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening, and don't forget to catch up on all the live shows right here on africatechradio.com.